Yeah. I was talking to my therapist the other day. I was on the couch trying to tell him everything that was going on with me. And he looked at me and said, "What are you doing in my house? I've got a restraining order against you." So I had to leave. All right, let's keep things rolling. Again, you didn't pay to see me. Our next performer is actually twice the fun because they're twice the performers. Please give up for Steve and Alyssa. Come on up, Steve and Alyssa.
You guys, of the two of us, I'm the one that's Steve.
Yeah.
And I had a grand plan to like come up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna share my witty, intellectual perspective with everyone. But I don't have one of those. So the reason is because I was always kind of stupid. It stuck with me. As a kid, I remember sitting in elementary school and like they're teaching you how to not, what to do when you're on fire, because elementary school kids are more flammable than the rest of us. So the whole plan was, right, it's true. So they teach you, they drill it into your heads. You know, if you're on fire, you have to stop, drop, and roll. And I'm just in class going, what's going through my brain? I mean, I understood English at this point. I know what you're thinking, but so I understood the words, but I'm thinking, wow, if you're on fire, stop, drop, and roll. Like, if you can just stop, what's with the celebration? I just kind of thought, if you're willing the flames down, do you really need the dance move afterwards? Like,
Some people like to do a little somersault huzzah.
I guess so, but it wasn't until I lit my friend on fire that I really understood the whole thing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, it's the panic that you're supposed to stop and pay attention. Anyway, he wasn't in class that day, but his memorial was gorgeous. It was really beautiful. But anyway, that kind of misunderstanding, he stayed with me through adult life. Like, there's still things I don't get, like, I don't understand why they manufacture 2XL CrossFit t-shirts. I don't know why they have, Braille on drive-through ATMs. And I don't really understand the handicap parking spot at sporting goods stores. People are ready to groan. But think about it. I mean, do they need the spot right up front in case they need to just quickly run in and get something? In this age of online ordering, you'd think instead of revving up the van and laying down all the ramps, they would just go to Amazon and say what they need. That's
right.
kind of...
You can actually just order legs on Amazon.
With free shipping.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Although I do wish I had a handicapped thing in my mirror sometimes, because people just treat you like they'll just throw like free pies in your car and like treat you like a pregnant woman.
That's not a thing.
People
don't hand handicap people free pies.
I actually read about that in a very legitimate science magazine.
What? Some Swedish science magazine?
It was called Swedish Science of the U.S. It's a real magazine. I read about it. But I judge people when I see the handicap sticker. Like, I see that car and I'm like, that person doesn't have real legs. Like, I know that to be true. But I judge people... Thank you, sir. I judge people based on their bumper stickers all the time. Like, we stereotype based on them.
Right.
Right? So, like, if I see a truck and it has, like, a Confederate flag sticker and, like, a pro-gun sticker, I know that person's a little, like, rednecky.
Right.
Yeah. If I see, like, a Peace, Love, Go Green sticker, I'm like, that person's really far from Boulder today. Like,
right. Like, is there a Denver Kale Festival that they're coming
or
to?
like a Core Power Yoga convention.
Right.
If I see, I see one of those trucks and it has like the balls hanging from it, and it has the tap out and the Monster Energy sticker, I know that person's a douchebag. And I'm sorry if that description fits anyone's car in here. I just feel like if you have a sticker of the shocker, it will not come as a shock that you're a douchebag.
Right. If you just have a 2-inch square inch area to let people know who you are, and the first thing you want them to know is 2 in the pinker, 1 in the stinker. That's what people must know. The public must know this about me.
Steve, what did you do?
No.
Did you turn something on?
Yeah, that's my refrigerator.
Okay.
You guys, I like a cold snack after being in front of people on stage. But no, okay, I have a story about a truck driver person. So I'm at a Einstein Bagels, waiting for my bagel, and I'm just kind of by the door, and I'm like just waiting awkwardly, and I turn around and there's this woman in a booth over here, and she's staring at me, and she's kind of looking like, and it's very much directed right at my face, and I'm thinking, okay, she has a crew cut and a Coach sweatshirt on. She's like 10 minutes from teaching a gym class, so I know she's not checking me out for like the goods, you know. I know I have a B cup, but the beard really sells the penis thing. So I knew, right. So I knew she wasn't checking me out for those purposes, but I couldn't figure it out. So finally, you know, she gets up, throws her stuff away, and she has to come by me to leave. And on her way out, she comes up to me and she's like, same face, hey. Gorgeous nose. And then walks out to her car and gets in a Toyota Tundra extended cab with lumber and cement mix in the back. I was like,
You should have gone for that.
yeah, you think so? That'd have been really
I mean, personally, I could never be a lesbian because the thought of taking care of or dating a chick sounds like the most exhausting thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even sometimes I can't take care of myself without needing a nap. Like it's tiring. It's also for the best that I don't have kids right now because I'm not good at sharing. Like I would have to hire a babysitter for both of us. I would be pissed if my kid was playing with my Legos or playing my video games or eating my cereal. That's not okay with me. And then, you know, the other kids would go up to my kid and be like, why are you here in the orphanage?
Right.
My kid would be like,
because you would go straight to
I would go straight to the orphanage.
Yeah, okay.
You one bowl of cereal and you're out.
No timeout. You're skipping timeouts and all kinds of parenting discipline. Right.
And then when they asked, my kid would be like, I put the Anakin Skywalker with the Lego Hogwarts set.
Because you would have an English child.
I feel like when a kid gets to an orphanage, they just turn British.
Yeah.
Like, I think that just happens. And then when my kid would say that, the nuns in the orphanage would be like, oh my God, you are a bad kid.
Yeah, they would understand. Don't tell anyone or no one will adopt you.
No. Wizards and Jedi are two totally different things, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Also, just keep going.
Okay.
Kids are very expensive. Like you have to take them to like gynecology appointments and shit. And I
And you have to buy them food.
Oh,
Also,
that's right.
that would be the first thing you want to
That's it.
think
I'm
about. Well, I skip all of my gynecology appointments.
Oh wow. Steve, you could have ovarian cancer.
You know what? I probably do, but that's okay. I don't care if my eggs expire, people. It's not a big deal to me. You know, I haven't even been to the doctor in a while. The closest that I came was when I went to the vet, and I was, I didn't go to the vet. I was in the waiting room with my dog. Okay, I have a 10-year-old dog, and he had this horrible cough, and I was really worried about him. So I took him to the vet, and I was in the waiting room for a really long time, and I was really worried about losing him. And you just sit there, and you have all this time to think. And you're thinking about friends and family, and just love, and death, and all this stuff. And it's like, and then I'm sitting across from this like potted tree, like an indoor plant thing, and it's like held up by these 2 sticks, and I remember looking at it thinking, that's fucking sick. How disgusting do you have to be to prop up a young sapling with its ancestors? That's nasty. I mean, that's like having a kid in the 20s with polio and his crutches are made out of his grandfather's bone. Like,